Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show which has been compared to Titanic. That's not the movie, the sinking ship. Featuring tonight the thinking woman's Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Sherwood. Then the modern woman's Leonardo da Vinci, Wayne Brady. Then from Canada, the cheerful woman's Leonard Cohen, Colin Mockery. And finally, the clean living woman's Lenny Bruce, Ryan Stiles. Ladies and gentlemen, our contestants. We're going to start with a game called Daytime Talk Show. This is for everybody. It's a daytime talk show like Jerry Springer or Oprah, Ricky Lake, something like that. Hosted, of course, by Brad Sherwood. Wayne and Colin, they're going to be members of the public appearing on the show, perhaps sitting on those chairs. Ryan, can we dispatch you to sit in the audience here? Because you might be a member of the audience who's going to suddenly be brought into the discussion. You may not come back. Okay, right, that's an encouraging thing to mutter. Okay, normally these shows are about adultery, but can you think of a fairy tale that might be... Mary had a little lamb. That would be not quite a fairy tale, but that might just work. If Mary had a little lamb, take it away. That is your subject, Brad Sherwood.
Hello and welcome to What the Flock, where we discuss what's going on in the world. I am your host, Richard Sportwood. Now, let's please meet our first guest. We know Mary had a little lamb. What can you tell us about the story? Who are you?
Well, I'm Mary's pimp.
So everywhere Mary went, she was sure to hoe. Is that what you're
saying? Now, see, people got this wrong. They think that Mary was, innocent, walking around with that little crooked staff. But let me tell you something. Mary, she had a real big booty, right? And Mary got in a lot of trouble. See, Mary was a bad girl. What you look? I will jack slap you to. I'll take my hat off on you, boy.
I'm not afraid of you.
All right, well, before this turns to fisticuffs, let's meet our second guest. Please tell us who you are and how you fit into this picture.
I am Peter, Pumpkin Eater. I formerly worked for Cinderella, but then I moved on, and Mary was my first girlfriend, until he took her away, made her crazy, and made her old.
Can I ask you a private question? Was her fleece really as white as snow?
It was when I knew it. This man, he preys on young girls. He got Mary quite contrary. She wasn't that contrary before he got to her.
Oh, I heard you got her cockle shells all in an uproar. All right, speaking of uproar, our audience is in an uproar. So why don't we roar on up there and see who has something to say. You, sir, the only person with your hand up.
Yeah, the guy in the green there, I didn't get his name.
Peter, Pumpkin Eater?
Yeah, I saw him in another show, and he was a Nazi mailman, he said.
We don't pre-screen our guests. This could just be all a mistake, or maybe he's had two occupations. All right, let's see if we have any more questions from somewhere over at the same seat. Yes, sir?
The man in the blue shirt there.
Yeah.
Do you love her?
Well, love is a very funny thing. I mean, I love her while she worked for me, but the love that I feel...
No. Do you love her?
No.
There's no whoring. There's no pimping. Do you love her?
No, wait a second.
It's a simple question.
No.
Do you love her?
I love her. You know what? I would kick you. Hold on a
I'll come
second.
kick your ass right now.
If you want some of this, baby. If you want some of this. If you want some of this, we can go. I'll take my gold off. Hold that for me.
There'll be no fisticuffs. As you can see, this is a very volatile subject. We can't herd all our pain into one little field all at one time. Thanks for What the Flock. I'm Richard Sportwood. Thank you. Good night.
It's almost exactly like a daytime talk show, though obviously not as rehearsed as they are. And let's now do a game called Duet, in which Brad and Wayne are going to make up a song about somebody here in the studio audience. You'll have to get your stool ready. This will be done with the assistance of Laura Hall. Now, is anybody want to have a song made up about them? How about this lady here, around here? I'm going to just... excuse me, what's your name? Deanna. And what's your... where do you come from?
Canada.
From Canada? Oh, a very popular country. And what's your job? A teacher. Okay, we'll have to come up and sit on the stool there and have the. That's it. All right. There you go. Just go up and sit on the stool. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So can you do this in some sort of like a swing style? I know Sammy Davies Jr., Dean Martin, that kind of thing. If that's okay with Laura, and take it away.
Lately my life has been out of order till I went to the north of the border to Canada.
It's kind of nuts, there's not too much that I can ever say. How do they say it? What's going on, eh, cat?
Deanna, I am a man who's gonna love you.
It doesn't matter if you're not that busty. I'll to your borders and show you my husky. Diana.
Deanna.
That's right, that's Deanna, not Diana. That's what I mean.
Always hitting the sauce. But Deanna, I'll take you to the preacher, cause you're my favorite teacher. I'd love to meet you. I promise I will never beat you.
That's what you want. In Vancouver, look at mover. But Canada, oh Deanna, you're the one. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's it. Okay. All right, you go. All right. That was very exciting duet there. So let's move on to a game called Quiz Show. This is for all 4 contestants. But it's going to feature Brad Sherwood as the host of a quiz show, and the other 3 are going to be contestants on it. So they're going to line up over there. And all this is just an ordinary quiz show, but we have to invent a new name, a new style of it, not an old one. I've got nail bits. I'm sad to hear it, sir, but I'm... What was that?
Guess that farm animal.
Guess that farm animal. I think that's already on, but let's try it. Guess that farm animal, as hosted by Brad Sherwood.
Hello, I'm Red Barn, and welcome to Guess That Farm Animal, the game show where we try and put your bestial knowledge to the test. That's right, I'm going to the first round. Before we get started, please tell us your names.
My name's Lorinda Hoskins. I'd like to say hi to Mom back in Buffalo.
All right. He's from Buffalo. That's an animal's name. All right. Where are you from, number 2? And your name.
I'm from Edmonton. My name's Reinhard Rutkowski. I'm an ex-football player.
All right. And you, sir? Ma'am.
My name's Rusty Williams. I'm a mother and a homemaker.
All right. Now, I'm going to wave a smell in front of your noses. You've got to tell me what the farm animal is. Oh, number 1.
That smells like Gloria. I mean pig.
Very good, contestant number 1.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to make an unusual sound that is the mating call of a very well-known farm animal. See if you can guess it. Ready? And... Number 2.
That would be the 3-spotted barn owl freshly eating some mouse.
Could you be less specific, please?
A bird?
Yes. Now, it's time for the final round. One of you has to act like an animal, and the other 2 have to gut and skin you. Well, that's all the time we have for this week on Guess That Farm Animal. I'm Red Barn. Thank you, gentlemen. Please, bye-bye.
Oh, good. All right. Very good indeed. That's top marks to all of you, plus a bonus point to whoever suggested that game. Actually, fantastic. And let's go on to a game called Scene to Rap. And this is for Brad and Wayne to start off. They're going to improvise the scene, but they're going to be rapping the whole time. And then Colin and Ryan are going to come on, and they're going to be rapping as well, so that'll be even more exciting. So this will obviously be done with the company Laura Hall, but we need somewhere where 4 people might meet. Can you think of a location? A gay bar. So, a hotel. A hotel's nice and general. Gay bar's a nice idea, but we'll save that till later. So, a hotel. So take it away, Brad and Wayne.
So sorry for the hesitation. Did you ring my bell for a reservation? I see you got 2 bags and you're moving in. What's going on, Mr. Gunga Din?
You see, I'm running from my doom. I came to your hotel so I can get a room. I'm escaping the CIA job because you see a secret and I'm running from the mob.
I see your story is awfully hard, but I can't let you in without a credit card. So let me see your credit, let me see it fast, or you're gonna be out on your ass.
Credit? I've been everywhere, from London to Pisa, but you see, I've never ever had to use my visa. Can you just let me in? If I pay cash, I've gotten lots of coke. It's a private stash.
Well, I'm an old guy and I'm staying here, and I just came down to get some beer. I guess I'm done now that I've shopped. Oh my God, my heart just stopped. Oh.
Well, I don't know. CPR. I hope this guy is gonna go real far. Too bad. The poor old guy, I don't know what to do, so he's gonna die.
Well, what you can do is you buy my privilege. I can grab the body and I'll stick it in the fridge. Because you see, I never learned CPR, but I've got free passes to a big gay bar.
Hey, I overheard what you said makes me sick. Look at me, I'm the hotel dick. What the hell's going on right here? There's a body. Woo, what fear? Can you tell me what you're doing now?
Where you been? You might think it is a sin. True, you are the hotel dick, but zip up your pants. That's really sick.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Well done. Well, I work on the points of that game. We'll take a break. See you later. Bye. Okay. All right. Thank you. I've just awarded Brad Sherwood a bonus point for something he said during the break as we go on to Weird Newscasters. This is a game for all 4 contestants, but it starts really with Brad. He's trying to present the news, but he's hampered by his co-presenters. Colin is the co-anchor sitting next to him, and unfortunately he's going through a car wash without his car at the same time. Now, Wayne, you're the sports presenter, but you're a Chippendale going through your dance number while doing it. And Ryan, you're doing the weather, but you're also a character from a war movie who gets shot and takes forever to die.
No. Check your card. That can't be right.
No, that's what you are. So, Brad, start the news when the music starts.
Good evening, welcome to the 7 o'clock news. I'm your anchor, Willie Lovepost. Today, in stocks went up, down, and then sideways. Quite a frenzy on Wall Street today. And now let's go over to Chutney Love Biscuit. Chutney. And that's the local news. Now let's see what's happening at the sports desk. Harry Torso.
Today, the 49ers have won another championship. They play great football. And speaking of footballs, are you ready? Oh, yeah, ladies. Whoa! The ball goes on running. Touchdown. That's all.
Thank you, Harry. Further proof that football is just a game of inches. And now, over to the weather desk.
Thank you.
Technique.
We've got clouds coming in tonight. There'll be no visibility out there at all tonight. Good time for Jerry to make his move. We don't know what's... Tomorrow, there'll be fog moving in. I'm not responsible for that. Tell Susie I Tell Susie I love her. Tell her I'm a goner, but I thought about her all the way as those clouds were coming in. I hope it's sunny on the weekend. I never had a
Just
chance to
tragic
tell
weather.
my father I never had a chance to tell my father I loved him. I love you, Dad. I always have. I just never said it. Watch for thunderstorms on the...
Is he done? Well, that's all the time we have here on the news, and just remember, Bill Clinton likes boxer shorts.
That was like 30 years of 60 minutes, or is it 60 minutes of 30 years? As we go on to a game called Animals, and this is for Brad, Ryan, and Colin. In fact, it's a soap opera. Now, in this scene, though, Brad, you are a bull. Ryan is your wife, therefore you're a cow. And in the course of this scene, you are giving birth. Okay? Colin, you're vital in this because something unexpected comes out when the birth actually happens. The something unexpected will be played by you. Okay? A fairly ordinary scene from a soap opera. Okay, take it away, the three of you.
I just don't feel right today. What do you mean? I'm just in a bad mood. Oh, my milk broke.
No. What do you want me to do? What should I do? What is it? You've been sleeping with Carl!
Maybe it's a cow that speaks more than one language.
He's covered in wool, you harlot!
All right, I had an affair with Carl.
After the Rams game?
Yeah. But he's ours. Oh, you.
Daddy, Daddy,
Listen to him say daddy. Oh, take him in your arms.
I guess those aren't udders!
That, I think, represents the high point of Colin's acting career. Let's do greatest hits now. This is a game for all four contestants. Colin and Ryan are going to be people advertising a compilation album on television, and the other two, Brad and Wayne, will be singing snippets. Now, what's the album called? Well, you'll be surprised to learn it's called Songs of the Plumbers. All those great tracks about plumbing, which I hope is a word we use in America. Anyway, plumbing, take it away.
We'll be back to our movie Full of Monty in just a moment. But first, we've got something we think you should hear about.
Plumbing.
Oh,
Does that seem dull? Does that seem like there's no way that music can be connected to it? You are right, my friends. We have over 150 CDs and a 150 CD set celebrating plumbing and the like. Why? Do you remember that great British pop song, Unclogged, Unclogged, oh no, Unclogged?
Clock, I'm going down the drain. Flush my soul, cause I am half insane.
Well, I take me job for real, not fake. I'm so clogged I need a plumbing snake. Liquid Drano, give it to me, cause I'm clogged.
oh man, this won't just appeal to people in Great Britain. No, it'll appeal to people all over the world. Even down south, where they celebrate it with that big reggae hit, I'm Not Putting My Hand in There.
Come again, come, no,
You got a problem them with your pipes. Well, don't look back. I'm not sticking my hand in that plumber's crack.
Because you said to me, man, me wedding ring is stuck, but you must be kind of crazy. Stick me hand up in that muck. No, no, me not go do that shit for $1,000 in that muck.
Are you hearing the songs? Why aren't you phoning in? I should come out there and just kick your
Hey, hey, calm down.
Oh,
It
boy.
includes wonderful songs like this early 50s hit, I'm the Pipe Fitter.
Oh, because you are my type. I've got many benches to fit your pipe. You come to me with the old gripe. I'm the pipe fitter. Screw, 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 not bolt and rich.
I am someone that you can trust. Oh, and I promise my pipes will never rust.
They'll never rust.
Oh, the pipe fitter.
That sadly is the very last game we've got time to play tonight. And adding up the points, I see that Colin Mockery is this week's winner. So, well done, Colin. Absolutely fantastic. And the prize for winning is to read the present style of my choosing. Can you do the style of a TV chef getting drunker and drunker? Okay, it just remains for me to thank Brad Sherwood, Wayne Brady, Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Laura Hall, the pianist, B. Clive, and say good night. Good night.
Well, you're welcome to Who's Line It Is Anyway. Today we're going to make a beautiful Clive Anderson, followed by a tall Ryan Stiles. And of course we had the properties of the Fish and Andrews, which makes the souffle rise. Up to 2 gins. And then Michael and Michael, make sure you clean your and that's okay. I want and then of course Dan Patterson, a nice flat.
Thank you. Hello, welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation show which has been compared to Titanic. That's not the movie, the sinking ship. Featuring tonight the thinking woman's Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Sherwood. Then the modern woman's Leonardo da Vinci, Wayne Brady. Then from Canada, the cheerful woman's Leonard Cohen, Colin Mockery. And finally, the clean living woman's Lenny Bruce, Ryan Stiles. Ladies and gentlemen, contestants. We're going to start with a game called Daytime Talk Show. This is for everybody. It's a daytime talk show like Jerry Springer or Oprah, Ricky Lake, something like that. Hosted, of course, by Brad Sherwood. Wayne and Colin, they're going to be members of the public appearing on the show, perhaps sitting on those chairs. Ryan, can we dispatch you to sit in the audience here? Because you might be a member of the audience who's going to suddenly be brought into the discussion. You may not come back. Okay, right, that's an encouraging thing to matter. Okay, normally these shows are about adultery, but can you think of a fairy tale that might be... Mary had a little lamb. That would be not quite a fairy tale, but that might just work. Mary had a little lamb. Take it away. That is your subject, Brad Sherwood.
Hello and welcome to What the Flock, where we discuss what's going on in the world. I am your host, Richard Sportwood.